Hi, welcome back to Physics Teacher. This is question 20 of the Fermat contest from 2021, and it's a grade 11 math contest from Waterloo University. Give it a try, and I'll be right back with the solution. So in this question, we have two squares, this one, R, S, U, W, and R, which I'm highlighting in blue. And we have this one, which I'm highlighting in green, R, P, Y, and T. And then finally, we have this rectangle here, P, Q, X, Y, where the question says the area of that rectangle is 30. And then it asks for the length of ST. Alright, so let's call the length of ST A. And we'll call this angle here theta. Now because this is a square, this is a right angled triangle. And this angle here will be 90 minus theta. And then once again, because this angle here is 90 degrees, that means this angle here will also be theta. Which again, because this green highlighted area is the corner of this square, so that's 90 degrees, and this would be 90 minus theta. And since this is a rectangle, we know that's 90 degrees, and this will also be theta. In this question, the only two thetas that we are actually interested in are this first one and last one that I wrote. Let's start with the first one, looking at triangle RTS. And we're just going to apply some trig ratios. And we're going to start with cos of theta for this triangle. So the cos of theta is adjacent A over hypotenuse, which is RT. Now if I rearrange and solve for RT, we get A over cos theta. And this length RT is the same as the side of this green square. So that means that length is the same as PR. Alright, so let's go back to our red triangle here, and we're going to look at the tan of theta. So tan is opposite over adjacent, so we have RS over A. And if I rearrange for RS, we get RS equals to A tan theta. Now RS is this blue side square, and so we know it is also equal to RW right here. Alright, next let's look at this triangle here, RWQ. And we're going to look at the sine of that theta. So the sine of that theta, the sine is opposite, which is QR, over hypotenuse, which is RW. And I know what RW is. It's A tan theta. So divided by A tan theta. So if I rearrange that for QR, I get A tan theta sine theta. Now what I'm going to do is solve for this tiny little bit here of this rectangle. So the length PQ. And the length PQ is this entire length PR minus this length QR. Now PR I've solved for up here. It's A divided by cos theta. And QR I've solved for here is A tan theta sine theta. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify this expression bit, and I'm going to give myself a bit of room. Alright, so first thing I am going to do to simplify this expression is I'm going to use trig identity, where tan theta is the same as sine theta divided by cos theta. So we replace tan theta with sine over cos, and then we still have this sine theta here. Sine theta and sine theta is sine squared theta, and we also have a common denominator here of cos theta, so I can factor out the a. So we'll get a times 1 minus sine squared theta, all divided by cos theta. And 1 minus sine squared theta is another trig identity, the one where you have sine squared theta plus cos squared theta equals 1. And so 1 minus sine squared theta is cos squared theta. And if we divide that by cos theta, we can cancel one of the cos thetas. And we can only do that because we know it's not going to be 0, because it's going to be somewhere between, theta is going to be somewhere between 0 and 90 degrees. It's not 0 or 90 degrees. So PQ is then A cos theta. Okay, so let's look at this small rectangle here then. The area would be PQ. So the area is going to be PQ times PY. So just length times width. Now the area they tell us in the question is 30. PQ I just solved for is A cos theta. And PY, which is this length here, is the same as RT, because it's the same square, a different side of the same square. And I know what RT equals. It equals A divided by cos theta. We did that from before. So times by A divided by cos theta. So cos thetas will cancel, and we'll get 30 equal to A squared. Or A equals the square root of 30, which is about 5.48, or rounding to 5.5. Our answer is C.